Hello, my friend. My name is Leo. Welcome to Learn Ukrainian, and today we are going to talk about Ukrainian proverbs. So it will help you to learn some Ukrainian. It will help you to understand when you hear them, and which is more important, it will help you to get better the mentality of Ukrainian people, and it will help you get better things which influence the thinking, things which influence the attitude, the what's going on in the head of an average Ukrainian person, because these proverbs, I think I heard them from the moment I can remember the language, and lots of people in Ukraine are just like me, and these proverbs are very, very popular. So let's move on. Краще синиця в долоні, ніж журавель в небі. Краще синиця в долоні, ніж журавель в небі. The Ukrainian variant is talking about that one bird is better when it is in your hand than the bird which is in the air. And yeah, maybe potentially you can catch it somehow, but right now it is still in the air and it is not sure you're going to catch it ever. Well, the English equivalent will be a gift in the hand is better than two promises. Some proverbs I managed to find English equivalents, but some will be without this translation, okay? The next one, and this is like crazy big. Almost every single Ukrainian person believes in that. Всюди добре, де нас нема. Всюди добре, де нас нема. For that reason, lots of Ukrainian people left Ukraine some years ago, and lots of Ukrainian people are leaving Ukraine every single day, every single month, because they do believe that it is better to live in Europe, in the USA, in Canada, somewhere in the East, in China, in Asia, and they are moving there and trying to find their happiness and luck and better opportunities outside of Ukraine. To some degree it is true, and to some degree it is of course not true, because there are some specific situations and some specific tough moments and problems in every country of the world. Well, that's what I see so far, but generally speaking, every single Ukrainian person believes that it's better to live in Europe because the salaries are higher in Europe and it is so much easier to make good money and to have a better life. Всюди добре, де нас нема. Всюди добре, де нас нема. Okay, and let's move on. Let's move on to the next one. This is about the girl who was too curious, and that's why when she went to the market, something bad happened with her nose, so somebody cut her nose. Well, it's terrible, but it happened to that girl. And this proverb is generally used to warn kids, young people, not to pay their attention to the wrong things, to something which might be dangerous. Цікавій Варварі на базарі носа відірвали. Цікавій Варварі на базарі носа відірвали. Okay, let's move on. Не роби з мухи слона. Не роби з мухи слона. In this case, we are referring to the person which is trying to turn a little fly into an elephant. So, like exaggerate stuff and so on. Не роби з мухи слона. Не роби з мухи слона. The next one. Всьому свій час. Well, I like this one in English more, because in Ukrainian it sounds like there is a moment for everything, or there is the right moment for what you want to do, and it somehow has a slight extra meaning in Ukrainian language, which might motivate to be passive and just to wait when it will be the right moment to do something. And as you can already notice that it's always not the right moment, and you have to do what you have to do, and the sooner you do it, the better you are going to get what you want to get. And to some degree, this proverb in Ukrainian language has a sense to postpone and to postpone to the future what the person has to do today. That's why I like the English option better. Okay, let's move on. Язик до Києва доведе. So, I couldn't find the English equivalent. If you know it, please let me know. Язик до Києва доведе. What it means is that when you are willing to talk to people, when you are willing to communicate with people, when you are willing to ask questions, when you are willing to ask for advice, to ask for a guidance, you can find your way whenever you are in Ukraine or in the world to the capital of Ukraine. So basically it means it motivates people to be more social active, to communicate more, to ask for the guidance, and finally to find their destination. And in this case, we are referring to the capital of Ukraine, Kyiv. And язик is like a tonguer. So it means that a tonguer, your tonguer, is going to take you by your hand and guide you to the capital of Ukraine. Sounds interesting, I think. Let's move on, and this is unfortunately a bit sad, but still it is very, very big in the mentality. Моя хата з краю, я нічого не знаю. Моя хата з краю, я нічого не знаю. So basically it means that the person is not willing to take responsibility, is not willing to be active, is not willing to take something and to lead it, to lead other people to some goal or to participate when someone is trying to lead and organize people. So it basically means that lots of Ukrainian people are going to be very passive, are going to be very inactive, are going to be very slow, and basically they will try to avoid something new, they will try to avoid some changes, even if these changes can improve everything and can make everything so much better. Lots and lots of people are going to try to find an excuse to disappear, to run away, and not to do anything, and not take the responsibility, and not participate in some common processes which someone is trying to lead. Okay, the next one is also very, very big. There must be something in English language like that. 7 раз відміряй, 1 раз відріж. So it means that when it refers to clothing. So when you want to change something in your clothing, like in your like in anything, trousers or some sweater or t-shirt, when you want to cut it, you have to measure it 7 times before you can cut it, so you can actually avoid the mistake. Well, for me it was always difficult because no matter how much time I measure something, it's still difficult for me to make the distinct difference when I'm measuring something. That's why I don't really prefer to cut things and don't prefer to deal with distinct numbers, distinct measures. I'm more like a creative type, so I always had some problems with this proverb. And it's like it's used a lot for guiding kids, young people, to think before doing something and to think before doing some actions which cannot be undone. Okay? Well, that's it for this video. If you want more proverbs like this, let me know and I will make one more video because we have lots of them. If you want to learn Ukrainian faster, somewhere under my video, find the link and we're going to talk about it. My name is Leo Lizunovsky and see you in my next videos.